Good morning, YouTube. It's Dana, and I'm back again with another video. It's winter time, so I'm really not doing a lot of gardening, so I'm probably going to be showing you guys some things that I make around my house as far as cleaning products and just some other little knickknacks that I kind of make as I go along. Today, I am cleaning my bathroom, and I thought it might be interesting to you if you learned how to make soft scrub. It's a very good cleaning product. I like it because it doesn't scratch tile or linoleum or anything like that I use on it or that I use with it. But it's kind of expensive in the grocery store. It's not something that I typically buy. I think once I bought it just to try it, but it was so expensive I just knew that I could make it myself. So I scoured the internet and found a recipe that I thought worked really well. And so I'm going to share that recipe with you today. And it's a very simple recipe. And these are things that I typically keep in bulk in my house. As I go along with these different recipes, I do suggest that there are certain things you should keep in bulk because they're very inexpensive versus buying like a lot of cleaning products, and they're very versatile. So the first thing that you are definitely going to need is baking soda. And you see I keep like 15 or 30 pounds at a time because I go through it a lot. Castile soap. I use Dr. Bonner's, but there's a lot of different brands, so whatever you feel comfortable with. And of course, tea tree oil. Now, I do not advocate for a specific brand of tea tree oil. I just use tea tree oil. Whatever is available. That is what I use. And I think I think I was on Amazon or something and actually bought that one. Now, the Castile soap, and like I said, I do use Dr. Bonner's. That's just my preference. When you buy your soap, there's different scents that you can get. I just happen to have peppermint, but you can just get like no scent, or there's baby, I think like a baby scent, baby fresh. I've seen people use like the orange citrus to make their products, and that just kind of adds an additional smell. But I typically use whatever I have on hand. And I think when I bought this particular one, as you see, I do buy the big container. It was on sale, and I didn't care what the smell was or the scent was. I just needed it to be cheap. So this is the one that I'm using today. And of course, you definitely need a container to put your soft scrub in. So let me get everything measured out, and we will make some soft scrub that is inexpensive and will last and do the job just as well as the one that you buy on the shelf. Okay. The first thing you're going to do to make your soft scrub is use 3/4 cups of baking soda. And I have my trusty measuring cup. And so I'm going to put out 3/4 cup. And like I said, this is really simple to make. And it's a lot cheaper than buying it. Okay, so I have 3 cups of my baking soda, and then I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of my Dr. Bonner's. And like I said, you can use any scent that you would like. I just use whatever I have on hand. And that is 1/4 cup. After I've added the soap to the baking soda, I will go ahead and stir that up. And I usually just use like the handle of a wooden spoon, just because I have found that it's easier to do it that way. But you can use whatever you feel comfortable with. And as you stir, you're going to see that it becomes like a paste. Okay, so after you have mixed the baking soda and the soap, you're probably going to have this type of consistency. And it's just it's almost paste-like. And then to that, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water. And I just use regular old tap water. and then I stir it up again. And once you use that water, you'll see it'll thin out to like a creamier consistency. And what I typically do is, based on what it looks like, I'll add a little bit more water. But I just kind of get it to the consistency that I like. And if you've never used soft scrub before, it's almost like a creamy type consistency. And there are no hard and fast rules as to what the consistency should be. It's kind of like what you prefer. So I'm going to show you what this looks like with just my 1 tablespoon of water in it. This is the consistency that I have. It's kind of like a paste. Now this is the consistency that I tend to like. Of course, if you like yours a little thinner, just add a little bit more water. Not a whole tablespoon, just a little bit at a time until you kind of get to the consistency that you like. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add my tea tree oil. Now they say about 10 to 15 drops. I try to stay within that limit, but sometimes I like it to be a little stronger. And now the reason that you're using the tea tree oil is an antibacterial. It has antibacterial properties. And another good thing that you can do with tea tree oil, if you have like a little bump, like a little zit or something that's starting, take a little bit of tea tree oil on your fingertip and dab it on that bump, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and you'll see that it'll go away because it dries it out and it's antibacterial, and it'll dry that bump out and it'll actually go away. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 15 drops. And of course, antibacterial benefits are very good in the bathroom. Now, I actually like the way tea tree oil smells, but some people don't. But I do like the way it smells. Now, another good thing about tea tree oil is if you have a cut and, you wash the cut out really well and you just put a little tea tree oil on it a couple of times a day, it'll keep it clean and it helps heal it a lot faster. So tea tree oil is very beneficial to keep around your house. And like I said, I do not advocate one brand versus another. Find a brand that you like and, and that's the one that you use. And there we go. And there is my soft scrub after the tea tree oil is added. And you'll see it gets slightly thinner, but that is the consistency that I like. It's similar to the consistency of the one at the store. But like I said, if you want it a little thinner, you can add a little bit more water. Now, I will use soft scrub to clean my countertops. I'll use it to clean the tile in my shower. I pretty much use it on just like every surface in the bathroom except for the toilet. I have a special toilet cleaner that I use. But I have had times when I'm lazy and I will use a little bit of this to put under the rim to clean the toilet. So whatever you use soft scrub with in your normal, like when you usually buy it from the grocery store, this is exactly, I'm not going to say it's the same thing, but it's a product that can be used in the same manner that you would use the soft scrub that you buy in the grocery store. Now people will ask me, well, how long does this last? I have actually had some on the shelf for months before I use it again for whatever reason. And it will get hard and it'll dry out a little bit, but just add a little bit more water, stir it up, and it'll thin right out for you and you can use it. Now, I usually keep this in this type of container, but of course you can use any container you like. I find that this is easier, so when I go back to it and it's dried out, I can just add some more water and stir it up. But you can use any type of container that you like, but I would suggest this instead of like a squirt bottle type thing like the container that it comes in at the store. I hope that helps someone. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I do check my comments and I try to respond in a timely manner. Thank you for watching, and it's almost the new year. We're almost done with 2020, but we still want to try to keep saving money because we don't know how long we're all going to be having to tighten our belts with this pandemic that's going on. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.